This is Randy Marcotte at Perfect Video Conferencing, CEO. We've got one of our contractor buddies and our former Chief Operations Officer, Chris Henschel, out here. If you are looking for an awesome Chief Operating Officer or a project manager, Chris is your guy. He's helping us with some infrastructure stuff as a part-timer, and we're really glad to have you aboard today, Chris. Thanks for helping out with this quick recording. Ultimately, what I wanted to do is talk about the upgrades in the LifeSize portfolio that are coming as our customers are getting this, and some of our prospects know. We've been a LifeSize Gold partner since they launched products. A new LifeSize is coming in 2019. They're the first to announce a 4K video conferencing infrastructure. Pretty exciting stuff, but most importantly, they've got new gear, and we're going to highlight some of the features of the new gear today based on the way the cameras pan, tilt, and zoom, and the way they focus. You're going to be viewing this in a non-4K environment, so the real way of seeing the quality of 4K and the benefit of doing a higher resolution video conferencing is actually do a demo. So the call to action on this for you is if you're looking for a crisper, better, brighter, more immersive experience in video conferencing, let's do a demo for you of the new line of products from LifeSize. And this comes with a new bridge that they've built out. So you may be hearing some news or incoming. LifeSize is launching a new bridge platform, which allows it to be much more modular and features getting released much more quickly. And so it's a pretty exciting time. You can see a lot of that on their website. The new platform is called Galaxy. Distributed data centers around the globe, allowing them again to build features and functions and have them scale down to you. What we've seen in the video conferencing space is LifeSize, Cisco, Polycom, many of the hardware manufacturers have done a great job of optimizing the camera, the audio, and the quality of call experience. They've lagged a little bit behind at the desktop because the desktop players have sort of caught up and then surpassed kind of the features war. This Galaxy platform will help correct that gap when you compare LifeSize to some of the others, but it'll also put LifeSize in a leadership space where they've got new kits, improved cameras, higher resolution, and the bridge behind it to get those desktop or mobile app features that everyone's hungry for. So what you'll see in the portfolio is a Icon 300, your huddle room, mid-size, the Icon 500, and then the 700, the Icon 400, 450, 600, still completely viable solutions for your deployments. But these 3, 5, and 7 series units are all in that 4K platform, giving you a better deployment. Now, the beauty of these pieces is that you can plug them in and they're set it and forget it. There's less cables to connect and disconnect, so there's an elegance to how these not only get deployed, but also how they get managed over time and the impact on IT. To a manufacturer that makes the bridge and the hardware has a pretty compelling story, and we're happy that LifeSize put that together. So I'm going to stop sharing just to go to the last part of this, which is really about the video conferencing experience. I'm on the LifeSize desktop app. So what you saw there was, you see a kind of a washed out bright light on me, but it is a home office space. So I've closed the windows, I've got a headset on, and I've got a microphone. So, and I'm in a slightly low bandwidth environment. So my experience might not be as good as Chris's is, but it's going to be pretty good because I've done some best practices. Next step, though, would be for Chris to give us an audio test, a hello and maybe a 10 count, so you can hear the better quality of his audio. So go ahead, Chris.
Hello. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Great. And I don't know if it's going to be convenient for you, Chris, to pick up the phone and to show it on camera.
Sure.
You may hear some rustling, but during the call, there was a noisy car that started up in the background. You would have heard that in the recording a little, and then that microphone kit tuned that out. So the noise canceling, echo canceling the back is great. And then, Chris, the other thing about field of view on that is this camera is optimized for the entire frame, whereas in mine, if I do this, you notice on the recording, my fingers get a little fuzzy as I move, and that's because the camera doesn't have quite the processing power to keep up with the image. So when you do the arm movement and talking, notice on the recording, let's do a happy dance there, the crispness of all of the image is full frame. So Thanks, Chris, for being our dancing fool. You can stop now. Actually, well done. The other thing that this camera will do beyond some of the competitors is pan tilting and zooming to other zones, and then immediately focus and balance the whites and the lighting. So Chris has some presets set. The first one is to him, or the next one is going to be to a bridge image we have. What I like about this one is that, and you probably noticed, maybe not, what you'll notice is that it tunes in and focuses, and there's some pussy willows in front of that bridge picture, and it frames the entire thing quickly. So Chris, maybe go to another preset, like 3 or 4. And then he knocked it, so it gave a little bit of motion. So he's going to go to another preset over probably at my desk. Yeah, great. So same event there, immediately found the focus point and made the entire field of view crisp and automatically. A lot of times with some of the other cameras, you'll see that you have to kind of zoom in, zoom out before it actually settles. And the design on this is to have that immediately be crisp and clear. So if you maybe go back to the bridge or maybe to a final preset, they can see the framing and the quickness of that. So. Right. This is a pretty good one. It's just an old IKEA light that we picked up. It shows some depth and some contrast that's hard to do when you have this. It's white on white. Normally, in some cameras, that would get matted out or washed out, and you really wouldn't see that. So the distance makes a difference when you're trying to focus a camera, and when you're in a large conference room or an auditorium space. A good camera like this will help the far end participants really see what's happening in the room and get the nuances of body language, facial expression. So on that note, Chris, maybe we zoom back into you, and then we wrap up. Ultimately, the call to action on this is to remind you that LifeSize is new because they're constantly innovating. You might be watching this and used to the old LifeSize, so if you haven't looked around recently, you may want to. They have a new bridge, which allows for feature enhancements, and then as you have new features you want, you can put them into a feature pool, and they get released much more quickly than we've been seeing over the last couple of years. So wonderful for LifeSize to do that. Some new equipment that helps the deployment, and then of course, like everything in technology, the price points have come down. So if you're used to the old sticker shock or price points that challenge you, you may want to look at the huddle room kits that we now have available in a LifeSize space. It's the same price as a Zoom room or a Teams or a Hangouts kit. So the low end, quote unquote, experience can be high end quality video call for an affordable price and scale massively. You don't have to just do 1 or 2 anointed rooms. You can do many more rooms. And then obviously your camera matters, your audio matters. And so these kits that are built for this make a difference. So Chris, thanks for participating. I don't know if there's anything I said that wasn't clear. I know so oftentimes as an editor, you're able to pick up things that need to be clarified. So I would pause one last time to see if there's anything that I missed or anything that could be clearer. Or did I crush it?
You were perfect.
Excellent. It's perfect video conferencing. The easiest way to reach us is sales@perfectvc.com. And thank you much, Chris, for